And live! Welcome back! Part 2, Pokemon Leafgreen Nuzlocke. Now with controller access. Assuming I haven't broken it already. Nope, there it goes. I actually mapped it so that it'll read the 360 pad and work pretty much like a Game Boy. Previously, managed to walk out of a very straight path through a forest, and around in a circle, and eventually destroyed some rocks. I'm amused that it kind of just literally pops up with the "and you saved your game right here." Okay, yeah, that feels much better. Well, everyone's healed. We have a nice level 12-ish party. Sprout got a little extra there from taking on the gym. How are we doing on supplies? Oops. No. TM case? You have to open the TM case? Oh. Guess that's why they eventually just put the TMs in their own pocket. Balls. Okay, yeah, may as well get some more, a little bit more gear before heading out.
I'm here too, by the way. Hello.
Hello, Trax. Just going to wait and see how long till I mentioned anything.
I gave up.
Probably a good idea. It's been a very long day. Let's see. Don't need a lot of balls since I can't catch a lot. But add one more. More potions. That's too many potions. Let's go for there. 4 more.
Well, the whole Super Soaker strategy might work out for you in the long run, but regular potions, not so much. I would start doing it on super potions or higher.
Well, I don't have that. Literally don't have that option yet.
I know.
I already have some antidotes. No, I don't need 11 antidotes. So I better not need 11 antidotes.
And while having a certain amount of Pokeballs is nice, you don't need as many as you would have in a normal playthrough, so that ends up being able to pass the savings on to
Actual
status
gear.
healing items, potions, etc.
Yeah, I'm grabbing an escape rope, which I almost never buy in these games. And a burn.
Oh, you will want.
Grabbing one of those and a burn heal. Although you almost never see burns until pretty late game, but better safe than sorry to have at least one on hand.
I'm around, the burns will be flying.
Alright. You gonna let me through?
Nope.
Nope, you won't. Glad I caught up to you. I'm Professor Oak's aide. It's like lemonade, but wittier. Been asked to deliver this, here you go. Running shoes!
And thankfully, you're not required to have a certain number of Pokemon in your Pokedex for that. Like the other stuff the aid gives you.
There's a letter attached. Does that like mean I have a letter on my shoes? Like I had to turn and go, why does this feel wrong? Why is there a letter on my shoe?
Nope.
Remember,
Oak just wrote on the soles.
Oh. Except that the letter's from Mom. Further proof of Oak and Mom working together. Alright, lady, what you got? Excuse me. You looked at me, didn't you? I'm a 2-bit adorable sprite. Las Janus. It's a wee lass! She's got a birdie. So do I. Mine's bigger.
Okay.
Well, it's quite literally male bird versus female bird as well, so that's kind of amusing.
Flip that bird.
I can't, it just flies upside down.
I don't think a Pidgey would generally be able to do that.
No?
Maybe for very short periods of time, like during a flip, but not a persistent upside down flight pattern.
Back to double Pidgey.
Oh my god, those trainers for the birds.
Mm-hmm. Ooh. Okay. And finish it off. I'm not mean, I just have a better bird. Alright.
Let the feathers hit the sky.
Let's change out. Let Quackers get a little bit of rest. Let Sparkles do some work. And see our next trainer in the lineup.
Yay, Sparkles.
Sparkles. Mr. Sparkles. He's the best. Bug Catcher Colton. From Skullcrusher Mountain. Caterpie? Yep, it is. Just like it was a Pidgey battle, now it's a Buggy battle.
Well, I guess we're working that out then. And it's not Mr. Sparkles, it's a girl.
It's Mrs. Sparkles. Ooh. Oh, I always forget how strong Confusion is early game.
Mm-hmm. Especially first gen, although this is still the third gen engine, so your mileage may vary.
Isn't it still pre-special split, though, or special split happened? I forget.
No, the split hasn't happened yet, if I recall correctly.
Because there was the...
But
I can double check in a second, because there was the
you
special
keep playing,
split.
I'll check.
Because there was the special... Well, no, I mean, I can literally open the stat menu in a second here and just look at a Pokemon. If it has special attack and special defense, it's split. I do just remember they were two different generations. One where they split special and special into special and special into special attack and special defense. And then I think it was Gen 5 where they changed if a move used the type or if it made physical contact or not.
Nope, it was Gen 4, but who remembers Gen 4?
Gen 4 did both changes, really.
That's when the physical special split happened.
Well, no, I mean, there was physical and special split, but then I think when they first did that, like, example, all fighting moves still used physical. And then I think the next generation, they tweaked it so that it actually checked for, is this move programmed to be a physical hit? Or if it used attack or special attack as its value.
I'm confused on what you're talking about, since there
were two sets of changes to what controlled special. The first one was that special was split into special attack and special defense.
Yeah, that was Gen 2.
That was Gen 2. And then there was one of the later generations where they made it so that the game was used your physical attack or special attack depending on if the move actually makes physical contact with the enemy.
Yeah, that's Gen 4.
Ah. Alright, and just because I want to see if this continues, I'm going to roll in Squeakers and see if this person has Rattatas. It might be Shorts Kid. I don't think we're at Shorts Kid yet, though. Oh my god, I was wrong! I was horribly wrong. It is Shorts Kid, which means he's gonna have Rattatas!
Yeah, he's along the north wall. like how they changed them up. They're delightfully comfy.
Mm-hmm. Go super tackle! Uh-oh. Everyone's got quick attack here. Ekans. I will say Ekans looks far better in sprite than 3D. In the newer games, and especially like in Pokemon Go, he looks so derpy. And that's
he's head with a tail.
Well, I think it's the eyes for me. Like the eyes have an extra bulge to them, and it looks out of place to me.
Well, we're probably experts on how to place bulges.
Mm-hmm. And they would be in Japan.
Fair enough.
Hey, that country puts out everything you can think of and then some. Come on, kill! There we go.
Like pocket monsters.
Definition of bulges in your pockets.
Mm-hmm.
I don't believe it! Using a Pokemon Center PC for storing Pokemon, each box can hold 30. Thanks for the basic tip. Oh, running too fast! Jumping ledges!
Remember in high school, a police officer gave me crap about having cigarettes in my pocket, and I'm like, dude, it's a Game Boy Color.
Mm.
Think I have money for cigarettes after this?
Don't worry, ma'am. I'm hooked on something much worse.
Mm-hmm. Japanese culture.
And a quick little heal up. Everybody, massage. And away! Steering feels rough on the shoes.
Yeah, the cornering, I think, is not too good on them, which makes sense, because on the playground, I always had trouble with momentum changes.
That look you gave me, it's so intriguing.
Ooh my.
Okay, she's really intrigued by the look, but then look at her eyes in the sprite. Who's really giving who the eye here?
Her eyes, or... well...
Well, at least blown up like it is on my screen, she kind of has the, like, staring you down eyes.
Mm-hmm.
So it's
I mean, the eyes and the pose, it's like, hello?
So you're saying it's okay for 10-year-olds to like other 10-year-olds?
I don't have a problem with that necessarily, but it's still just like, Japan, stop.
Emma! Nope, it's a little Nidoran. I've always kind of wondered why they didn't tweak the numbering system after Gen 1 and make it so that Nidoran male and Nidoran female are just one Pokemon. But because they started adding genders and then gender differences, and you have Pokemon that outright evolve differently based on their gender, and Nidoran always just sticks out as the sore thumb left over from that not being an original system.
Honestly, my best guess is twofold. One, it could just be they took a look at the system and they said, well, we've got all of this like marketing stuff and merchandise that has these numbers attached to them. Why are we going to change the numbers? Or when they were working on the follow-up game where they included genders for the first time, so Pokemon Gold and Silver, they were still using the original Gen 1 engine, heavily modified, so they didn't want to go through and reevaluate all that data, I assume.
Would make sense. It's just something I've wondered about a few times.
Yeah, I mean, it's not gonna break the bank to have some poor intern go through and either make a program or manually go through and change all the numbers to include one extra Pokemon, but
It'd be one less. It would be the one less Pokemon now. If they combine the Nidorans into one entry.
Oh, duh. Yeah, I see what you're saying now. But yeah, either way, the point still stands. They didn't necessarily want to mess up either their existing merchandise, or they didn't want to mess with their code too much when it was already probably pretty flimsy, considering the state of speedruns for the first gen of Pokemon.
Yeah, although it is funny, several of those bugs actually got introduced because of the mishmash they created when they made the international versions, because the international versions code is actually a mix of because in Japan it released as red and green, and then we got blue, and then they got blue later as their original third version. But in the US we got red and blue was actually modified from green's data in terms of what was missing from where. And from what I understand, it uses both versions of Red and Blue International used green sprites because they were slightly better and more detailed.
Yes, if you go through and look at the actual true Generation 1 sprites, they are not what America got. And it is for the best. I mean, if you thought the Gen 1 sprites that we saw were bad, I feel very bad for the early adopters in Japan.
And so really, if you think of it that way, the yellow was really a fourth version by the time that was done.
But if we're gonna get into numbering systems, Pokemon is not one of the bad ones.
Oh.
That would be Final Fantasy. Would be, I'd say, the taker of that title.
Packers is taking a level lead here. So he gets put in the back. You're doing too good. Get in line.
Well, he's just flying ahead of the competition.
Hey, you're not wearing shorts? What's wrong with you? I'll have you know I am wearing shorts right now, sir. You just can't see them because my in-game avatar is in fact wearing pants. Ooh, this might be a bit of trouble. This might be a bit of trouble. Sprout, I don't think I'm going to keep you in for this one. Actually, this one might be a little rough period.
Spheros can be dicks. I've never quite figured out what I don't like about them, but they've always held a minor fear for me.
Yeah, I'm going to see if I can get a 1 or 2 shot and just... Okay, nope, that's not going to work at all. Stab, you've done nothing. Quackers, bird fight, let's go! I'm not leaving Sprout out like that in front of a bird. Let's see how quick attack handles. Oh, much better. Ow. Ow. Ow! Oh, let's make this extra quick. Get out of here. Shoot.
I think by default, Spearows just have a really good attack early on. Like, the base stat for it's pretty good.
Mm-hmm. But then after it evolves with Fearow, it kind of levels out and everything, and lots of other stuff gets to pass it. Because I've always felt after your like mid to late game, Fearow just couldn't hold up.
Yeah.
I remember having one in the original generation, and it just drove me nuts. I got rid of it real fast after I started getting second and third tier evolutions.
I think generally speaking, the things that do have a third tier evolution end up being superior just because of
Extra stat
power creep.
increases. Possibly. I feel like I managed to screw something up on the settings here. That would be it. Text speed is still on mid.
Well, that's just unacceptable. I would demand a refund.
Good thing you paid nothing.
I disagree.
It's just investment charges. I'm not pushing down. Don't go south. If I talk to you,
Xbox controller.
whee! I'll battle you with Pokemon I just caught. Yet strangely, they're fully healed.
Oh, you're talking about an NPC. I was gonna say, but that's a system that I like. They fully heal when they're in the box. Because they didn't do that in the first gen. So you'd pick out Pokemon and then walk into Elite Four and be like, well, crap.
Well, if you didn't kind of instinctually heal before the Elite Four, you're kind of asking for it. Because you're kind of setting yourself up if you weren't double checking.
I don't disagree, but yeah.
Metapod. You know what? I'll let Sprout get in some free hits.
You Sprout.
Doesn't hurt to have that one Pokemon that's got a little bit of a level edge in case of emergency.
Yep. And Metapod and Kakuna were actually where I learned the Leech Seed trick because it did flat rate damage against Harden.
Done like dinner. Some of their translation phrase choices always amused me. Some of them are always just so weird.
I want to see a Pokemon game that was translated by the same guy that did Final Fantasy VI and all the other...
You want to see a Woosley translation for Pokemon?
Yes!
Oh dear. Oh yeah, would this technically be a new route? I've never actually looked. Did it give me a route no change notification when I entered the town?
When you left Pewter,
yes, route
and got onto this one, this is a new route.
Yep. Want to poke around? Or go in a circle because I'm screwing it up? Alright. And it's Dickbird! I don't actually have you.
Well, then there's your option.
I don't want to stay...
I recommend against using Leech Seed.
Yeah, I'm just trying to think what I want to do. Let's get Squeakers out there to whittle them down a bit.
Yeah, by default he's got Peck, so you don't really want your bug or your grass out there.
Woo! That was close.
Ooh, I was thinking that you were going to be nearly one-shot by it, but it was the opposite.
Other way around. And go! Click. Assuming the view is accurate, I don't think we've got anyone else watching at the moment. Nope, we actually do. Looks like we have a midnight watching.
Oh no.
Yep. We need to give him a nickname. Traditionally,
Midnight!
we have been letting the chat, if there's anyone, give nickname suggestions, as long as they won't get me in trouble with Twitch. So if you're paying attention, and you have a name suggestion, now would be the time. So I guess I'll give a little bit, 20-30 seconds or so, to see if we get a response. Otherwise I'll just have to come up with something.
I think I have one if Midnight doesn't say anything.
Oh?
Mm-hmm.
What would that be?
I don't have him on my viewer list. In the Persona series, they have a Power Rangers knockoff called Featherman.
Are you sure it's a Power Rangers knockoff and not just general superhero?
No, it's very much a Sentai series.
Hmm.
Persona 4, you can get a full set of costumes for your characters, and they're very clearly Sentai.
Nope. Haven't seen any response, so let's see if it'll fit.
Well, I figured that Neo Ranger Featherman R would not fit.
Yeah, that would be a bit much. However, I think Featherman literally just fits.
Excellent.
And it works since it is a man, and he has feathers. Yep. Could even do Feather Dude. Alright, let's do a little rearranging here. Followed by trip back to town to heal up. Because otherwise, Featherman is in quite poor shape. Not planning to go super long tonight at the moment, just because I'm trying to get out of the sleep pattern I managed to get myself into, where I'm not going to bed till 3, 4, 5 in the morning last week.
That's what you said last time. I said I'll go for an hour. I went for like 3. And I didn't really have a problem with it, so I don't know why I'm intoning it like I'm complaining.
Slight obligation to point things out, combined with just wanting to be like, no. General desire for crankiness.
Uh-huh.
This is a little bit of a run for leveling up, but lady, you're gonna have like level 10 to 14, aren't you? Probably. Let's see what we get. Did you touch me?
Really?
Yes, these lasses, they're,
I think they're digging for gold.
maybe.
Hey, did you touch me?
Oh,
Also.
crap, it's got cute charm. Crap. Alright, I'll leave you in there. Nope, he's just not gonna care. Yep, he's just not gonna care. I got Seekers and Sparkles. However, before I do that, just wanting to check. Featherman has a quiet nature. Seems very odd for a bird. And Keen Eye. Interesting. Alright, you know what? Let's get Sparkles in there. Shift.
Unfortunately, the quiet nature is an increased special attack with lowered speed.
And yet speed's already his highest stat with attack, so don't know how that will play out long term, but doesn't seem to be too negative at the moment.
Yeah, it's only 10% stat buff loss.
Disabled my confusion, but I still have poison. I'm disabled and I'm sleepy. Being a little pink ball of doom. Okay, the shaking with the sound effect is slightly disturbing.
Hmm.
When it's poisoned, it turns purple and goes glurble, glurble, glurble. It basically is like, I'm not sure that's poison sound effects.
A poisoned Jigglypuff sounds like the inside of a Kirby.
Probably. Turns out it's just an escaped stomach. Eh. Worked out. It worked out. Featherman's in good spot. Still good shape. I think I've got one or two more fights before I actually enter Mount Moon. Yep. Hi, dude. Better take a rest. Tunnel takes a lot out of you. Oh. Route 4. Technically.
Although the only grass is on the other side.
Yep.
Now here's where it's a bit of a gray area.
Is Mount Moon considered Route 4?
No. Mount Moon is considered its own location. And I'd say arguably all 3 floors of it kind of the same area.
Mm-hmm.
But here's the thing. The Magikarp that you can get here could count as your Route 4. So you could wave getting an... I don't think it's an Ekans on the other side. Because it's the same route when you exit Mount Moon. Mm-hmm. So the stuff that you would pick up to the side of Cerulean.
Yeah. Wait, does that mean Nugget Bridge area counts as Route 4?
No.
Okay. Alright. Well, step 1, Mount Moon. We get to wander in the darkness.
Not gonna try for the Magikarp? Or not gonna buy him?
Do I buy him outright?
Yeah.
Nah.
Yep, I'll have this be more random.
Well, it's also just the idea of
having to put up with a Magikarp.
Yeah, having to get him to level 20 lightly. Without it screwing me up seems like a problem.
Then I don't think you can nickname him.
Oh! Well, everyone knew it was going to happen, but I was kind of hoping it wouldn't. Yeah.
That just means that you get him off of your list early.
Yeah, part of me was hoping for Jigglypuff or Geodude to pop out.
Well, Jigglypuff can't even show up on this floor.
Really? Could have sworn he could. At least in the originals.
I'm pretty sure it can't.
Don't know. I used to fiddle around in Mountain Moon a lot, so it all kind of blurs together.
Mm-hmm. That's fair.
Alright, Zubat, you need a name, sir.
I did the last one.
I'm just pondering.
I've got one viewer in the chat.
Yes, but who is it this time?
Unrecognized name.
Unrecognized. Up. Oh. If they're there and they have a name suggestion, I'm open.
Give us your best shot if you're interested.
If not, I have a bit of a silly one I think I'll do. Not seeing anything.
Nope.
See if this will work. Should. If Featherman fits, then surely I can get away with Flip Flap. Flip Flap the Zubat. I have owned at least 6. I can tell. Like 8. Doesn't seem right.
Evolutions count.
Hmm.
And speaking of which, let's update the team list on the sidebar.
Yeah, fair point. Ooh, Flip Flap. Need a hug.
Because if you've got a party of 6 now, and you've evolved...
No. Audio.
And you've evolved Metapod and Butterfree.
It should say let's say Butterfree should be listed there.
I'm talking about your owned number. If you've got a party of 6, 1 died, and you've evolved once, that's the 8.
Alright. After Sparkles.
Poor Gandhi.
We have Featherman! Spearow. And Flip Flap the Zubat. Just the text spacing just a little bit here. Oh, come back. Readable? Yeah. Good thing is, for the most part, almost nothing could end up with a longer entry than Featherman. Thanks to the power of Jinwon. There. And back in. And with an updated list. I'm not going to put Flip Flap out front, but I am going to get him out of here to get healed. Or get into another fight. With another Zubat!
Mm-hmm.
It's Flip Flap's Australian cousin. Running. So at the moment I don't care. Oh shit, I'm in dump. I'm in trouble.
You walk straight into the trainer?
Huh?
10 out of 10. Didn't even have to look. Or rather assumed based on what I saw previously.
Now the good news, he's got a bug. I've got a bird.
I've got several birds.
I have all the flight sources. Insta poison. What a Weedle. Well, at least it's getting Featherman some XP. Yeah, his speed's outside of HP. His speed's still his highest stat. Right, Featherman, your job is to kick them down faster than they can poison you. Yeah! Good way to prove your worth, Featherman. Get those crits.
Oh yeah.
And this is why I'm glad I bought some poison heal. Slurp. Spit, spit. And back out of the cave. Oh, it's funny, and I don't know if this is just one of those memory gaps. I don't remember there being a Pokemon Center at the entrance to Mount Moon.
Always been there.
Always? I remember.
Yes.
I want to say I remember it being added in Gold Silver. Don't remember it being there in the original.
It's there in the original. I used it as an outpost because Mount Moon bodied me.
Ah. Do 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 do. Let's do a little team organization here. And now Flip Flap out front. I'm waiting for my friends to find me here. What I'm not telling you is that I already killed them all. Oop, Clefairy. Maybe Clefairy is what I was thinking of. Running into Clefairy on the first floor, I think is technically possible.
Well, because of the trainers. I don't know.
Ghost doesn't affect Clefairy. Crap. So,
Normal type this gen.
Yep. So, Flip Flap is kind of pointless at the moment in this fight. So, Featherman to the rescue! Floof, floof, and away! Ow. Ow.
We need Mega Peck power now.
Clefairy might be a bit of a wall. Unexpectedly.
Well, she is a wall. She's a physical wall. Clefairies are beefy.
Mm-hmm. Like, if it double slaps and gets a crit, I'd be gone.
Little Featherman meets his match.
Nope. I'll just call in the sixth bird!
Personally, I'd set up an early leech seed and just let it kill itself slowly.
Yeah, but then Sprout would be stealing all the XP. Ow, ow, ow.
Stealing XP / surviving the fight.
Crackers, go for the murder! Uh-oh. Double uh-oh! Ooh, Snapple. have thought? I got one local fairy and my mom got scared. He said, you're moving back to Pallet Town. You're not going out there. Can't use that here.
Oh dear.
Everybody gains 51 XP. Oh boy. Oh. Back out the cave.
Yeah, Mount Moon bodied me for like a week in my first ever playthrough.
See, I don't remember it being that bad, but maybe I'm imagining crap.
I think the fact that it's so long is really what got me, because I couldn't convince myself to run. So I fought everything and got worn down by the time that I even would make it to the next area.
It's time for a battle. Because it's nothing but bats. Ah! Ow. It's an astonishing battle! One poison sting. Good job, Flip Flap. Wow, that got you almost no XP, worth mentioning. I'm thinking that might be a bit much for leveling in here. Might need to level up in the grass outside for a little bit.
Might work out for the best.
Your astonishing is nothing to Featherman! I'm thinking that'll be the safer route.
Yep, I spent a good time grinding down there. That one little grassy knoll. It was my magic bullet for getting through Mount Moon.
I was wondering if you were going to follow that up with a shooting joke.
I had it loaded and ready. If my jokes are this bad already, imagine what'll happen if / when I'm a dad.
Ooh.
Will I invert and actually become funny?
Possibly.
Yay.
Flip Flap. You need to get some better moves. Impress the ladies. Bling.
Squawk, squawk, squawk.
You get a Spearow, and you get a Spearow, and you get a Spearow, and you get a Spearow.
I believe that Spearow doesn't evolve until level 20.
Yeah, he's a mid to late one. I remember that much. I don't know. It could be one of those like in a lot of the early cartoon and the early manga and all that. Spiro was just kind of always a dick. So
they always kind of made him out to be the dick, and they continued that in Sun and Moon.
Yeah, so it's like I suspect maybe that's one of the reasons why just most people just don't like him. Period. It's like we're just acknowledging that which has been trained to us. Oh man!
And something you want in the grass.
I don't want to kill it.
Well, you can run, but you won't get XP for it.
Yeah, I need to kill it. I just don't. I will take no to minor pleasure. The sliding scale of enjoyment. Oh man, though, speaking of Pokemon in general, we were having dinner the other night, and I looked at Pokemon Go for a second, and was a gym down the street from the restaurant, and I looked at it, and it was a Tier 9 gym with 4 Blissies and 5 Snorlaxes.
Yeah, I remember hearing about that earlier.
Oh, I didn't remember if I mentioned that to you or not. And I was just like, it's like that. No, just no.
Mm-hmm.
It surprised me that I've seen as many of the Blissies as I have, because they're supposed to be very hard to find. Because the Chanseys were already pretty hard to get, so having enough candy to evolve and power it is supposed to be super annoyingly hard to do.
Maybe this one hacker?
I mean, I know they keep trying to ferret those out, but that's one of those things where that's a bit of a never-ending chase.
Wait. Wouldn't they ferret them out?
Actually, I was sitting there going, isn't that what I said? Oh, wait.
No, it is not.
No, not crits! No crits! That's enough for me. I thought it was so funny. Have you ever actually watched, The Completionist at all?
I used to. I don't follow much anymore.
Specifically what I'm thinking of is he's slowly been doing... He occasionally does a Pokemon episode. And when he does those, he calls other people in and they split the versions between them.
Oh yeah, I watched those.
And he did that, and I think he did Ruby, Sapphire, and Emerald. I think that's the last one he did. And when they did that, he's like, all right, I'm gonna let everyone else pick, and I'll take the whatever's left. And they were both like, are you sure? He's like, yeah, no, it's okay, I got this. And so they picked Ruby and Sapphire respectively and left him with Emerald. And only then did they explain what that really meant, because of the sheer amount of extra stuff added to Emerald. He had quite literally had to put in triple the workload.
Yeah, but this is the guy that completed Hyrule Warriors in the launch week.
And even he actually took he only did his Breath of the Wild video a couple days ago.
And he probably wakes up in cold sweats hearing, "Yeah, you found me."
Actually, kind of. Yeah, there's a piece in the video where he's basically over a map like a battle plan and trying to blot out all the Korok seeds.
Poor guy.
I mean, he does literally bring it on himself, but... oh boy. That's one of those things where it's just... sometimes you have to ask yourself, is it worth it? Is it still worth it to be the completionist?
Oh, I don't think he'll ever give it up.
Well,
And we already know his plan if he ever does quit.
if you ever see, I think it's Donkey Kong Country 2?
Yep. That's
Like
his final episode.
He has said time and time again, if he ever goes away, that's his last video on. Which kind of makes me think that like it'll actually turned out to have been like the first video he ever made as a demo or something, and it'll have super old production values and everything, and there'll be like a 5-second clip at the end of just saying, "So long, everybody!"
No, it's because he bonded with his, I think, late mother over the game.
Ah.
And it's just such a big part of his life.
My idea was less depressing, but okay.
Yeah. Sorry.
No, why did I do that? So, did you even get through the main story for Sun and Moon yet?
Nope, where my Nuzlocke notes ended, I haven't played past, so I've got up to and including the Fire Z crystal, so I've only got like 4 crystals.
Dicks!
Wait, where'd that show up?
In the grass, outside the mountain, where I got the Spearow.
Ah, I forgot that you could get him that thinger.
Damn it. Oh well. It's level 3, go down in a pile of flames. Pink squishy flames. They're absolutely ridiculous in Smash Brothers. I wonder if we're going to see that just like they did the Mario Kart 8 port, they keep getting that rumor of the Switch Smash port. Are you kidding me?
Another Jiggly?
Yes, back to back. The fuck is going on here?
They want to sing you the song of their people.
Apparently. But, yeah, and of course now it actually is singing. But, I do wonder if they'll do the, Smash 4 port just cause to reach a new extended audience with it. I know it did do quite well on 3DS, but the Wii U version was, in my opinion, the superior one. So, although frankly, what I'd really like them to do, if they're going to do it, I want them to do Smash on Switch. If they're going to just port it, I want them to port it, but I wanted to include the Smash Run mode from 3DS on there with online functionality.
Because Smash Run is actually fun.
Yeah, Smash Run was actually quite fun. I liked doing it, but doing it with other people was very difficult because there was almost never anyone around that would have it that I'd play with.
Preaching to the choir.
I actually liked going through Smash Run. So, like, if they could do that to, because they could even do that to where it, you know, lets everyone do their gathering local, and then when it's time for the fight, it actually has to worry about the online code. But I mean, we'll either get that or we'll get Smash 5 or maybe even both. Do a port now and a full game later. Kind of doubt they would do that, but it's one of those ongoing. I wonder how many general ports we're going to see for the Switch, because they're not my favorite thing for them to do, but I see why they're doing them. When you've literally had your new record as the lowest console you've had, it might be worth it to re-release some of the legit good stuff for people that missed it the first time to see. But
yeah.
That's why I was actually really excited that they might do export and clean it up a little bit. Maybe give us a hint of post log there. Answer one or two of the 30 questions you gave us right at the end.
Yeah, that'd be nice, but I'm not gonna hold my breath.
Yeah, actually, I do kind of think I may have hit on what they're going to do long term, if they're allowed.
Let's not get into that here.
Well, no, not like spoilers or story-wise. I just mean like the fact that we're now getting regular Xenoblade 2. I could see them then like the next game they do being X2, and then going from there. Basically making it a pattern so that they can do a game every couple of years. Versus, one every 7 or 8.
And then Xenoblade 0 and Xenoblade ZX. And that'll be really good that get canceled early.
I mean, it's not like this guy hasn't set precedents for canceled series, unfortunately.
Granted.
As much as I love the devs, not every, but almost every major series they've done has come to an end before its original intended. Literally, if you go over the source book stuff for Xenogears, it says it's like Star Wars. It says like episode 5 of 8 is what the game actually is, and it's like okay.
It's like those unfortunate, very hopeful movies that put in a cliffhanger
ending. Gandhi?
That put in a cliffhanger ending, and then they never get a sequel because they weren't that popular. Like the Mario Brothers movie.
Yep.
Luigi, Mario, you've got to come check this out. Big smiles. No sequel.
Yep. Although it's funny, some of the stuff that I've heard over the years on how much of a true cluster that was to make. It's basically a surprise it actually made it to getting aired. Pretty much at that point of we've spent so much on it, we just need to put it out. Which is funny saying that because it still had a budget of all of 10 million, I think. Which is literally nothing at all these days for a movie.
Still a lot 20 years plus ago.
Yeah, no, it's, at the time, it was still quite a heavy investment. I found out a couple weeks ago, I was reading an article on the original live-action Turtles movie. And it was like, they actually almost lost funding for that 3 times during production. Literally during production. The only reason they finally started filming was the day before, 2 or 3 days before filming, they had a meeting with one of the execs that controlled the purse strings, and they literally said, we've already hired the Jim Henson Studios who've agreed to do this, and they're doing it at a massive discount, but they're still doing it pay or play. Which meant they were going to have to pay out to Henson either way, so you may as well just let us actually use the damn things they're building and see if we can make the money back. And then it
And
turned.
the costumes got progressively worse over the years.
Well, that's because because the first ones were like half animatronic, and they took the animatronics out.
I can understand from a possible cost point of view, but from an aesthetic point of view, the costumes just did not look as good.
No, but it was also actors and other bits, because like the original actors, like they actually had heat strokes.
Yeah.
In those suits, from the way that from how that would go, because they would get so close to being in there for 6, 7, 8 hours a day and actually doing most of the stunts in the movie in those suits.
I liked how the music tour that they did, the actors that were in the sides of the suits almost suffocated several times during like rehearsals, like costume rehearsals.
I think I actually remember the music tour.
I had it on VHS and I watched it a ton, and it was so bad.
Like I don't know for sure if this is the same thing, but I remember going to Six Flags one summer and there was a Turtles stage show, and I think that may have been it.
Coming out of their shells.
I don't remember. Like I remember almost
Shredder's trying to steal the world's music.
I mean, ultimately, as long ago as it was, I really just remember it was, Turtles and Shredder on stage. Stuff happened. The end. But it may well have been. It's one of those. It's one of those. I'm sure if I actually saw a video or whatever, I'd be like, okay, yeah, this lines up.
Mm-hmm.
I remember quite a few of the scenes were supposed to be in the lair. But at least that's the way that I remember it.
No scenes like that in the Coming Out of Their Shells tour. It was all on stage.
Well, I mean, it was all on stage, but like the stage area seemed like it was set up to be kind of like the lair. I could be misremembering. Like I said, this is something I saw once from a fair distance 25 years ago.
Yeah, well, the Coming Out of Their Shells tour, they were literally aware of it. They were doing just a straight concert, and it was getting interfered with by the bad guys. It wasn't like they're in the lair and they don't know that there's. So
it was more. It was more of a concert, not a.
Yes.
Not a production.
No, it was a full-on concert.
Were they just doing music from the movies, or what?
All original music for the show, and almost all of it was really awful. But I still liked a couple of the songs, so I would just watch the tape over and over again.
They were awful. I still liked it.
Because it was Ninja Turtles, and it was in the end of their height.
Yeah, it really was, because I want to say that was like right after the third movie.
Yeah.
Pretty darn close to it. So it was like it was seeing that point of they really didn't know what they were doing anymore, and it hadn't quite hit the complete what the heck moment of Next Mutation. So,
but the interesting thing is that I was listening to this comedy podcast back in the day. You're well aware of which one. And one of the people on that podcast was, well, they were all programmers for the most part. And one of them actually worked on the Coming Out of Their Shells tour as a programmer. So he told this story about how he and his buddy, like straight out of college, got the low bid confirmation on doing the lip syncing for all of the animatronics.
Oh.
So
that had to have been a nightmare.
Yeah, so they had all of the music tracks available to them, and they made these masks. I think they also did the animatronics themselves as well, from the way the story was told. But so they came up with the animatronics, they fit them into the masks, and then might have made the masks themselves too, also. And
That might be a bit much for one group.
it was just these two guys, but yeah, they bit off more than they could do. And so they just had these 5 heads just performing the entire thing in their basement or whatever. Just all doing the proper lip flaps and everything. So they get all the lip syncing done, and they will bring it in for the dress rehearsals, and all the actors put on their animatronic suits and start doing the stuff, and then people start like clutching for their necks, and they're just like doing cut scene and just like freaking out because they're suffocating, because when the mouths are closed, the mask is sealed. There wasn't enough air coming in through the nostrils on the suit, and there wasn't enough room for anything, so they were literally possibly suffocating in there. So their solution, because they couldn't add any more air holes to the suit or anything like that, was to have the turtles talk, do their things, and then they will turn away from the crowd, and that just forces the jaw open to let more air in. So you'll see a lot of slack-jawed turtles during the VHS tape. Which is hilarious, because when I was watching that, there's this one scene early on where Donatello's like messing around with this gigantic synth machine that he's got. He says a couple of things at the camera and then turns back towards his right, but he's still kind of side on, so his left side's still kind of facing the camera, and you see his mouth kind of go down a little bit, and I always wondered why that was, and then I just arbitrarily found this other guy that explained it, because he was the one that caused it to happen.
There you go. Secret of the ooze was, in fact, they couldn't breathe!
I've always loved that little fact. In fact, I think I made an MP3 of just that one section of him describing that entire event, just so I could send it out to people. I think I even sent it to you. You're probably the first person I send it to. Quite possibly the only person.
Let's say, if you did, I don't remember it, but it's one of those. I could always see if it's sitting in the pile of files somewhere.
Well, I know that the title would have been like Mark Miller and TMNT, because Mark Miller was the guy I was talking about.
If I can get anything besides Astonish, worth the good on the flip flap, he'll be actually in a pretty good spot. I don't like Leech
probably
Life
gets
much.
Wing Attack eventually. I don't think anytime soon, though.
The thing is, Leech Life is very situational because of how quirky Bug type is. Featherman, level 11. Where's that put flip flap? Further back than I would have thought. Suddenly all the Nidorands and Jigglypuffs and taunt. Bloop. Have they even, like, did they ever actually just officially give up, or just, like, still doing that one episode a year? Whatever did happen to the Mondays crew.
Well, they moved apart and made it hard because they originally just were all in the same city and just went over to the main guy's recording studio.
Yeah.
But not all of them had proper audio equipment and moved across the country and, yeah, kind of petered out. I don't even know. I haven't checked in a while. I still remember the URL by heart. And it's still up. And their last episode was November 12th, 2015. They did 2 episodes in 2015, 7 months apart. No episodes in 2014. 2 in 2013.
Yeah, I remembered where it was getting to like 2, 3, 4, 5 months apart, and then really just stopped hearing about it over time. So.
I mean, I still love the guys, they just haven't been giving me the content.
Obviously, the answer is Monday's reunion tour.
Mm-hmm.
Put it on Kickstarter. Maybe GoFundMe. Something like that.
They never made money off of this, I don't think, aside from maybe their merchandise. It was just a side project funded by more profitable business ventures.
Profitable business is a good business to start at. About feeling confident to go marching around the cave.
Are you?
Kinda?
Well, you've got escape ropes.
Correction, I have a escape rope. If it truly decides to go balls up. At the very least, I'd be facing stuff of similar level again, and XP would be coming faster.
Yeah.
Think I can start at least doing that. Hop around right inside the cave and get something reasonable leveled. However, I am having a bit of a need to go to the bathroom, so I'm going to mute everything for a minute and step away. I'll go ahead and mute you too, just because... No, there's actually a couple of people viewing now, so I'll leave you unmuted, and if anyone wants to interact, you'd be able to.
Alrighty.
Should be just a minute.
I see Chibi's on that viewers list, but it's probably busy. Yeah, he's still in Minecraft. But if chat has any interest in interaction, I am willing to answer any questions or address any concerns. Or just shoot the shit. Here's the book.
Let's see if a fresh drink and a cough drop clears some of this gook up from my throat. That was getting a little bit annoying.
Alrighty.
Unmuted and running again. Maybe. Controller?
With the sleep?
No. It's lit. Oh, because I still had the text box up. Herp-a-derp. Here, everybody's healed. Let's stick my head in the door and see what bites it off. I'm just gonna party right here by the front door. Bug? Nope. Guess I'll do better with an Astonish fight. Oh no, flip flare! You took 1 damage! You are pitiful at batting. And yeah, I think a couple of them are watching, but I don't think they're paying any attention to chat. I think they're working on the Minecrafting. Oh yeah, Astonish is going much better.
Well, you've got a target that can, be hit by it.
Does help. Do 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 do. Ooh. Close fight.
Close fight?
Level 9 to level 10.
And a damage level 10.
Never mind. Got a bit of an early lead.
Oh, yeah, that's a bit of help.
Finish him. Ding. Supersonic. Yay.
That can be surprisingly useful in a Nuzlocke. It's a great stall.
I say I could see it having a little bit of use, but I've never just been one for the alternate statuses much.
It can be a great stall tactic when you really need it.
Except that you can't count on it. You never know if it's going to work or not.
Yeah, but if a thing is dangerous to you, it's also dangerous to itself. And, any advantage can be useful.
Yeah, I can see the argument. It's just, I don't know. Never been part of my normal play style. But that is also kind of the point of this. Trying new things. Different things. Things that are partly the same, but slightly different. Uh-oh. I don't think you're staying in for this fight, Flip Flap. Get a quick Astonish and then we'll get you out of here. Your days are numbered, villain, for you face Featherman!
Oh god. What have I created?
Yeah. You've created Featherman, the most bird-brained of heroes. Fluttering into battle against evil. Striking furrow in the hearts of villains everywhere.
Slow clap.
And his sidekick, Pidgey, the boy bluster. One or both of them faints, and it's going to be a really bad day for that story. Edit. Take the video files, edit it out, start putting in, instead of normal Pokemon attacks, start editing in like the cheesy 60s Batman style effects. Astonish! Bite! Flap!
This was done so well that it messed with my head the first couple of times that I just saw it while casually watching. But Team 4-Star's current Nuzlocke, whenever Magnemite comes out for the enemy team, they make him do a flip.
Whenever it comes out for the enemy team?
Yeah.
So
like
only
should...
one of like 4 or 5 times that someone else in the game uses a Magnemite?
No, it happens quite a lot.
What gen are they playing?
I don't know, I want to say it's an Emerald playthrough. But yeah, they animate him just going and doing a flip. Yep, Emerald.
Any particular reason, or just they decided to screw with it one day?
They thought he just looked so happy, so he's just so happy to be there. But that's
I don't know.
A lot of post-production work.
I'd be more tempted to like do a technically, I'm trying to think the GBA games, would they technically be 16-bit? 16-bit, 32-bit?
I'm pretty sure GBA was 32-bit.
Just get a 32-bit version of Space Core and just put them on there instead of a Magnemite. Every time it comes out, space.
And yeah, I confirmed 32-bit.
Well, I mean, I remember when it was first announced, everyone was like, "It's a portable Super Nintendo!" Except it has a really wonky screen resolution for porting. Actually... let Squeakers get some hits in. Now, is it Hyper Fang or Super Fang that just halves enemy HP?
Super.
Super. Okay, so Hyper Fang just hits hard.
Yeah.
Not very effective, still did 25% plus damage. I love the effect in the background for it. Dramatic bite!
So I was like, why is this thing so epic?
Because it's Hyper Fang! Uh-oh, it missed.
Yeah, that's the downside of Hyper.
Hyper Fang! Good job, Squeakers. I'm kind of amused that's the first Geodude I found.
No, they're moderately rare. for this area. It's mostly the Zubats.
Yeah, I'm not sticking around for that one. Mental note, go heal after this one. Zubat attempts to astonish our hero, but Featherman is not affected by it!
Dun dun dun.
I was talking to Mark the other day for a little bit. One of his random message from nowheres, and he was just like, "Have you seen My Hero Academia?" And I was like, "Actually, I marathoned the entire first season out of nowhere like a month ago." And he was like, "I just watched it through Funimation, who has the dub up on their website already." And he was like, "That dub, it's one of the few dubs where I will say it is absolutely spot on for every character." And
nice.
it's like I'm kind of curious because there's really only two ways they could do that, and one of them would just be go so over the top as to actually match the show's aesthetic, and then the other would be to just kind of play it completely straight. I'm kind of curious which one they went with. Might have to mess with that later and find out. Watch an episode or two that I've already seen, just to compare notes, you know.
Yeah.
I really only have one or two shows that I can honestly say for me actually hold up or beat the Japanese dub, or well, Japanese sub. I will always hold that the dub for Cowboy Bebop is pretty much perfect. That was actually one of my really big disappointments when I watched the original first season for Last Exile. I still have not seen the second season. I need to hunt that down. As much as I loved the original, but I watched the first disc several times through in Japanese, and then I finally got the next disc or two for Christmas one year, and I put it in, and I convinced my family to let me go ahead and just put it on there, and they're like, you know, the payback out of it was that I had to leave it in English so that not everyone had to read the subtitles. And we did, and it was just one of those. But it was just one of those. One or two of the main characters, their English voices were just like, "Why? What have you managed to do?" I remember the character of Lavi had the English voice was just. It sounded far too whiny to me. I did not like it at all. But overall, it was a fairly good dub. But those one or two characters really shot it down for me. So after that, I only watched it in Japanese again. I figure with a little. With some of the newer shows, though, they're able to simulcast, and like I think for the second season for My Hero Academia, I think Funimation's actually like putting the dub out, if not same day, like within a matter of days from Japan, airing the episode. It's kind of insane when you think about it.
Yeah, that can be pretty crazy. But they've been doing that a lot in the last few years, which is just awesome.
Well, I mean, sub-wise, they can do it really easily because when you have a site like Crunchyroll and stuff, that their entire staff's job is to, you know, subtitle well and subtitle fast. You know, that makes sense, but the amount of stuff that you have to do to get in and record the dub over that? The only way that they could really be doing that is if they either have the entire staff on call or they're recording at roughly the same time Japan is. And they're going off the storyboards and stuff, and I don't think any of the anime stuff's done that before.
It would be nice if they did.
Yeah.
Nice business relationships, since they're making money off of it too.
Well, and if any company left in the US would have that kind of clout, it would be Funimation.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, hi, we license half your stuff. You want to work with us? You want more money?
Or do you want to fail?
I don't know. I haven't tracked how that's really been doing sales-wise since I'm not in retail anymore. I do have to wonder that from time to time, because I do know more and more it's about the online and the digital subscriptions to stuff like Crunchyroll and Funimation's program. I don't know. I just wonder over time, like, is that going to be enough to keep that sustainable, or is the U.S. market going to collapse even further than it did? So, as someone who does consume that media once in a while, nowhere near as much as I used to. Every once in a while, I find a winner, though. Well, speaking of series, you kind of stalled in the middle of Buffy and Angel, didn't you? When you were doing that in order with everything. Maybe not the middle. I think you got to like season 6 for Buffy? Maybe 5? You there?
Somehow looks like my network card crashed, because it wasn't anything else. That was the problem.
Didn't see you leave, didn't get a disconnect sound. I have no idea what happened.
I lost all internet on this machine, but nowhere else.
That don't sound so great.
Eh.
Now, did you hear the question?
I don't recall. I did hear it, but I don't recall what it was.
If you ever picked up your Buffy and Angel watching, or if that still just got stuck.
Oh.
Because last I knew, that was the last kind of show or anything you were really trying to watch outside of new Netflix Voltron.
Just been watching Doctor Who. Because the next new season for You to Ignore has been coming out.
I actually do wonder how long it'll take for them to have the new season. Last time I checked, they still didn't have the last Christmas special on there yet. On Amazon. Correction, on Amazon as part of Prime. And not pay more money. But everything up till that is on there, and up until the stuff that just started, I think I was just one season behind. Oops.
Have you watched any of Capaldi's stuff?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I was under the impression that you hadn't seen any of the Capaldi series.
No, I got through... I'm not going to be able to remember the series, but... To quote the series itself, spoilers! I got through... I remember doing the whole... piece with Military Boyfriend.
So, Series 8.
And I want to say I saw the season after that, but I'm blanking on major plot points. I have not.
If you haven't seen the departure of Clara from the series?
I have not.
Then no, you have not seen Series 9.
Okay. Well, then that's what I was getting to. That was next on my list.
List faster!
But streaming and jobbing and stuff that keeps other people going. Why did Featherman come out first? I didn't think I had him set to go out. Apparently he is. Apparently I do, because he's the lowest level now. Nope. What you got? Bug and Ghost. Bug and Ghost. Let's try Ghost. Ugh. Nope. Sip, sip. Nope. Oh, screw this one. This Geodude is being a twit. He shall suffer for his insolence.
Yes, bro. Eat it, Geodudet.
Geodudettes just have a little bow in their hair, in their rock skull.
What hair?
Look, have you seen a Alolan Golem?
No.
Oh, well, there you go. They changed to Steel type.
Oh boy.
And, yep. Essentially, the metal deposits are their hair.
Huh.
I'm surprised you hadn't run into at least a low-end Geodude by this point.
Nope.
Ooh, wheels.
I'm lame. I don't mind playing it, but the fact that I was going through and documenting my playthrough in text form really kind of killed the momentum, because it was like if I didn't want... I usually play my 3DS in
Right before
bed,
bed.
but if I'm doing that, I want to be sitting up in my chair with my spreadsheet open so that I can document stuff.
Yeah, I can understand that, but like, surely you'd remember enough of it to do a Cliff Notes the next morning, right?
No. A new day is a new episode, and if it was, my mind is an 80s TV series, nothing from the previous day mattered.
Hmm. Well, obviously maybe that's what you need to do. You need to go back. You need to go back and pick up some old left behind projects.
Oh, I do. I've got my
work on a
most
certain-
important project working on it at the moment, though.
Working on updating a database.
Well, doing my fun run beforehand, yes.
There was actually a piece on Kotaku today that was like, I never do this kind of stuff, but I started a new Game Plus in Persona 5 just to see all the different side stories. And it makes it feel so different, it's almost like I'm playing a different game.
Mm-hmm. I'm doing really good on the social links this time around, but I don't anticipate being able to max them all, but I'm gonna see how close that can get.
Ooh! Warning! Warning! Attention must be paid.
Yes, attention is good. Don't want to lose Featherman already.
Nope. Yeah, it should be alright. That's like you've got the last couple Fire Emblems now, and then still to go through, and the new one's out in 2 weeks.
Yeah, I've still got a sealed copy of Fates. I think I'm like halfway through Awakening.
I've gotten to where, as much as I do like it in the appreciate it in the old ones, I've got to where I just turn the permadeath off. Just go through so that I can see the story and know the characters and still enjoy it. Still actually have to pay attention, but it's not as, oh my god, I fucked up, let's restart and waste another 40 minutes.
I can't bring myself to do that.
Maybe that should be your experiment. That's what you need to do for your Fates run. Because in Fates...
Nuzlocke?
No! God, no.
Well, that's kind of what you're saying.
No, Nuzlocke for Fire Emblem would be like, if any unit dies, you just shut the game off.
No, Nuzlocke for that would be you let them stay dead.
Yeah, but that's kind of the default to begin with, whereas the point of Nuzlocke is making it harder.
To be fair, it's not the default, because who really lets them stay dead if they actually care about that unit? They just reset.
I think, if I remember right, in Awakening, it's you could just either turn permadeath off or on. But in Fates, it actually goes one step further. You have 3 modes to pick from. You have Stay Dead, reses at the end of the battle, so they can be used again in the next fight. And then there's one where it's like they just auto-res in battle a few turns later. I think that one's like Phoenix mode or something. And to me, that's going too far. You know, it's like I can see why the option's there, especially if you're having trouble and you just want to do the damn story. But
Yeah.
But to me, that's kind of why the non-permadeath one was added in the first place, because then you know that at least 1 or 2 units are surviving all the time and getting experience, so they should be leveling up and letting you get through the game.
Yeah, that's true.
But again, that's one of those. I'm glad the options are there for those that want it. I don't use them. I don't use Phoenix at all. I don't see the point. But the resing mode, I do. The res after the battle, I can appreciate. Especially easy to headcanon once you have a couple of healers. Field medic! We have healers now. Someone triage. You're not healing them fast enough. Dance! Someone dance for the healer! We need a dancer! We need a dancer stat! I'm losing him!
You don't really want to say the words "I'm losing him" during a Nuzlocke.
Eh. I'm losing the opponent? Does that count?
No.
Oh. Do-do-do-do-do. Flip-flap's just about at the caught-up point.
Good.
Don't think I'll quite get through Mount Moon tonight, but it has not been fruitless, since there's been a couple of additions to the team and some getting them caught up to party with everyone else.
I'm pretty sure it's been fruitless. I don't think you picked up a single berry.
Wow.
What?
The berry's even in the remake.
It should be.
Do. I mean, because I know it was Gen 3 that really kind of picked up and expanded on the berries pretty heavy. But I don't know. Featherman hit level 12! Actually wasn't as far behind as I was afraid of.
Mm-hmm.
Well, he needs to get about one more level and then should be able to go marching fairly confidently through the mountain. I remember one of the things I figured out playing this on the TV and oh hello! But playing this on the TV, one shot, one kill. But one of the things I remember playing on the TV was that I could go into like the flash cave and walk through it without flash because I could see the ground textures blown up on the TV. Mm-hmm. And likewise in Koga's gym, I could see the exact layout on the floor of the invisible panels because they have a slightly different pattern on the floor.
Yep.
They have like a dotted space to them.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, you're not sticking around for that. Sparkles, get out there. Weaken electricity all you want, because you're not fighting it! Aww. So close. You know what? Poison powder. What? What a pointless turn. Defense curl all you want, you're still gonna take poison damage. Badu badu badu, scoopadu poobadu. Come on!
Did Zubat give you trouble?
No. Just want him dead faster. Oh, so, tinkering around in Brave Exvius last couple days.
Mm-hmm.
Last 2 days in a row, you know the new units that are part of the banner right now?
Mm-hmm.
I have pulled the King character 2 days in a row, 4-star.
Nice. But does he go to 6?
I believe he does, but I look at him and I look at his stats on the banner and I'm just like, this just doesn't seem useful. Like,
yeah,
I
didn't
don't
like the banner at all.
I don't know. I don't know if it's supposed to be pretty good, and I just don't know his abilities as he levels up, and it kind of makes up the difference, or what? But the machinist character looks like, in the banner, looks like that'd be actually a pretty good unit. Of course, being a gacha, you're not going to get what you want generally.
Mm-hmm. I just don't worry about getting the best. I worry about doing what I can with what I have.
Last weekend when the Cactar Dunes were there, I've got...
Oh, yeah.
I have got my Transterra up to like just under 80.
That's not bad.
Yeah, I think she's like 74-ish, so several of my other units I've been using are actually hitting their 4-star level cap of 60, so going to have to work on that. Getting the materials, so I've actually been hitting up the treasure dungeons in the Vortex. I've been going to the Awakening one, because it actually drops a lot of the crystals that I need pretty frequently. That way I can start awakening things. And 13. Fury attack. Alright. Let's heal up and make a push. Running shoe push. I run through the mountain and my shoes going, "Eh!" I drive good. I drive good. I apparently use D-pad horribly.
I've never seen you drive, so I couldn't tell you.
I've been told I'm a mostly good driver.
Oh, that's good.
Once in a blue moon I'll do something stupid, but that's kind of just human nature. Alright, assuming the layout is the same, should be this way. Go, Featherman! Destroy the enemy! See how you do with Fury Attack. Not bad, per se.
It's going to be a lot of low hits, but under half with a single attack, I wouldn't complain.
Yeah. And you got 3 out of 5, so that's about average. I do have to wonder how much of this I'm remembering right and how much of this I'm about to really get turned around on. Because this is a place I went through quite a lot, but I don't remember... That doesn't mean I'm remembering all the twists and turns correct. That's what escape ropes are for. I forget to freaking dodge. And pray you don't get murdered. Yep, I remember this guy. Did you come to explore the cave too? Versus Youngster Josh.
Dun dun dun.
Oh man, check out that Rotera. If I'd hit 3 times, it may have fainted.
I think it might have endured.
I'd say if it didn't have, it would have only had a little bit. Plop. Feel the XP burn. Ow. Ooh! Ow! 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 Next. This is the generation where Pursuit first came into action, isn't it?
Pursuit?
Yeah, wasn't that Gen 3?
I would have... Well, the Dark type move, I would have thought it would have been introduced in 2?
Maybe. Ow. Why is that thing's quick attack so strong? No! We've lost a target!
Did we lose Flip Flap? There it goes.
Alright, fine. You want it so bad? Right on, right action! Give it a hyper thing! Get the vengeance!
Destroy it! Excellent.
Jesus! Skeeker's out for blood! Good job, Skeekers.
Excellent.
Kick. This is your reason for murder, right here. Well, we're down 1 more. We've officially lost 2 now.
Yeah, it does happen, and it does tend to happen the most during leveling sessions.
Well, I mean, the leveling...
Like slip up.
The leveling session's actually more or less over. I'm actually going through the mountain now.
True.
Moonstone. Doo-doo. That's a shame. I was actually kind of hoping to... I was hoping if nothing else, Flip Flap would stick around because I just like saying his name. Alright. Just cause I don't want to risk that too much, I'm gonna switch you out. Have Sparkles up leading the front. Well, I must be going roughly the right way. I'm finding rockets. Can't let a little kid in here. It'll be bad news. See? Nah. Oh, that's a pretty high Rattata, actually. Pretty good Rattata you have there, sir. Behold my ever brighter sparkle! Keep going with that lovely confusion. Bop. So yeah, I think I'm on the right path here. Go, Sparkles! This is why I put you out front. You can murder all the bats.
Yay.
Geodudes, however, take a little more work. Never mind. Clefairy, Clefairy, Clefairy. Let's test the water. Oh, I guess it's a good thing I did that. Otherwise I'd be stuck doing...
Oh.
No. Otherwise I'd end up...
Spamming spores.
Yep. Instead, it signed its own death warrant.
Mm-hmm.
Good lord! 3 steps, another fight. Whoa. And Sparkles takes the lead for leveling. Fine darn sleep powder. You know what? Let's dump Harden. Lose so much defense once you're Butterfree. Harden is almost pointless to begin with. Another Clefairy. If I could catch you, I have a moonstone that I could use with your name on it, but no. You wouldn't show up when you were needed. Now your entire species is doomed to extinction. Oops! I pushed an A when I should have pushed a B. But it's worked out. Alright. I think I'm going to change out Sparkles here. He's getting a bit tired. Let's switch Squeakers in. And fight! We, Team Rocket, shall find things and sell them. We're totally not in it for the science. Why won't you die?
I mean, in a world where you can take the indigenous creatures and condense them into pure energy inside of capsules, I think that science has come a decently large way anyway.
I don't know, you see that, but then we have the whole, like, most towns are small villages, and you know, heck, it wasn't until Gen 2 that we even saw there was, other than Pokemon stuff, enough technology to have something like a rail system or radio. You know,
it's very random.
Then current gen, we've got shit. Oh no! Uh-oh, no. I'm not losing I am not losing Mama's pet on this run.
Nope, not allowed.
Quackers, tag team! Oof. That was a bit rough. Alright. I think this is the big fight for the area. Let's potion up.